Hey guys, Tone here, and welcome back to Tone Plays Cogmind. We just made it through the -5 factory death, and we are now in the upper caves branch. If you remember the lower caves from a few episodes ago, this is quite similar to them. Everything is pretty much the same. I've never checked. I assume there's some different special events that can occur between the two, and maybe some enemy generation, although that might just be determined by depth. I'm not 100% sure on there, but as far as the general how you want to play them, they are treated the same. So you know the deal. We spawned in the upper right, and that means our exit is going to be in the bottom left, and we're just going to work towards there. We're going to use our sensors to keep an eye out for enemies, and hopefully we can avoid combat as much as possible. We'll see how that goes. Is an outpost. Stay away from that, although I should grab that matter. Got some friends below, so maybe we should pick that out. Actually, I should search quite a bit like we did before. I'm gonna put my mouse over the sensor array so I see the radius. Outpost. This kind of secret door, so I'm being careful not to walk adjacent to any of those tiles. The bottom should be empty, but let's just go and dig here. No real time penalty to being here, so we can take our time, dig, explore. New monsters or enemies will not generate. I wonder if that's another outpost. Probably want to stay away from it, whatever it is. Why I dug there. Habit. They take some of this matter these guys are creating here. Get back over there. Indeed I can. Again, a 3-tile dig is safe. Derelict outpost down there. Oh shoot. Okay. I'm gonna pull out to here and actually just fight all these guys. I think only one should be able to hit me at once. I didn't have time to pull back, remove my sensors, drop 2 weapons, and slot in the smart bomb launcher, which would have been the best thing to do. I don't think we should take much attrition from this fight, though. I'm also curious. I'm looking up in our volley window here. Heat plus 35. I don't think we're going to need our cooling system. Let's swap these sensors out for even more armor. And we may as well go into siege mode. That'll let us get more value out of our armor and more accuracy against these quick swarmers, which can be hard to hit. Intercepting unregistered derelict. On, buddy. I still have the great axe on. Dropped a KE pen. I'm not gonna be able to get to it before it's destroyed, though. Not know what happened to the other. I guess they never saw me. And we'll keep it that way. Back to his spot. Interesting little outpost there. Not curious enough to explore further, though. I could have lured them over to that other derelict outpost. That could have been interesting. We were too slow to do that with swarmers, though. We'd have taken so much fire. Look at this outpost we reappropriated. Very nice. Large amount of unaware activity around here lately. Activity that oddly isn't directed at us, so we've been powering down and pretending there's no one home. Oh, interesting. And scouting missions reported back with intel. Oh, we're getting intel, actually. Factory entrances. So when we get to the proximity caves at the end of this caves branch, I think we'll have the factory entrances shown to us. It'll be really nice. Traps. Oh, extension. We've already been there. That would have been really nice in there because extension is full of traps. And terminal intel is excellent as well. So that was some excellent data there. A bunch of stuff we don't really care about, but I'm going to equip that plasma flamer for the gallery entry. Oh, the heat these things generate. I don't know if these are that great. Ore cannon. I'm gonna punch some holes in here. It's probably rude, but if any enemies come by... Oh, that's fine, I can't attack the door, that's it. If any enemies come by, they're gonna see these guys and it'll be a nice distraction and they'll fight each other. I'm gonna equip this makeshift hover unit as well for the gallery entry. So I've apparently never equipped one. Cool. Normally ignore that kind of stuff, which is why there's a lot of really common stuff I don't have. But now that I've been playing Cogmind enough, I feel like at some point, I'm not even there yet, I'm probably going to be like, let's go get all the lore and gallery stuff. So I figure it'll be much less painful if I just kind of get things every once in a while as we're playing games like this, so that's why I'm doing that. There is the exit bottom left as we knew. Keep looking around. Secrets. Like this stash. Got here. Oh, actually some good stuff here. I don't know if it's anything our build's gonna use. Actuator array is a really solid melee utility. Improved remote shield, not going to use that. Enhanced reaction control system, not great for treads. That's a nice little flight kit though. Flight melee kit. Another life we could have taken a lot of advantage of that. Or made great use of it, I should say. Miner pond. Kinda want to peek up here, just in case anything's hiding. Although, I think we've explored pretty much everything that's there. Yeah. Alright. Contented myself that there could be secrets, but none that I can determine with a sensor array. There are some stockpiles and other secrets that you can only find with terrain scanning or really extremely lucky digging. But yeah, we full explored this, not too eventful. There's a scrap pile I could have looked in there, but not concerned. So let's move on to the upper caves. Got to turn off my sensors. Ooh, I hope that didn't waste my intel. It says ×4. I don't know if I'm going to get 3 more uses out of that, or if that'll show you up to 4 on one map. That'd be a shame, because I don't really care about that. Again, we generated top right, so we're going to be heading top left generally, but I'm going to explore the secrets. Hopefully we find one. You guys will probably be like, man, what is this super, somewhat tedious behavior that Tone is doing and getting no benefit from? It's probably like a super low chance with little benefit. But that's not the case. You're almost guaranteed to find something good if you explore all the caves. Now we skipped one caves branch already. And usually it's not too bad. Like that last floor we kind of cruised through. Less than 10 minutes. So not too little benefit. Or little effort I should say. But the benefit for a few of them is huge. So I'd like to see some of that stuff. Those traps are derelict traps, which are friendly to us, so we don't have to worry about those, except that we're corrupted, so maybe should have been a little careful. If you're corrupted, you can set off friendly traps. Why is there corrupted enemies? There. I'm gonna check out this corner still. If you spot any more unaware lurking around the area, let us know. Will do, bud. Will do. Another warlord stash. You can see war system. Improved target analyzer. Oh, those are the same ones we already have the option. Improved armor integrity analyzer. I think I'm carrying one of those. Indeed I am. Shift lasers. And what are these unknown devices? Sensor array. Not as good as our experimental. Those are pretty solid if you find them early, or you don't have something better. Oh my god! So that was a friendly trap, but we set it off because we are corrupted. System corruption misinterpreted. Trigger fire trap. That is hilarious. I actually don't think that's ever happened to me before. It just spiked our heat through the roof and did 14 damage to our treads. Yikes. Let's just throw in our cooling system for a moment. That heat in check. That is funny. Yep. I did that, I just wanted to demonstrate, guys. That's what happens if you walk around friendly traps corrupted. Do as I say and not as I do. Guess we could have dug out. We assume that there's a trap there. I don't know if that's always there. I assume that probably is the case. These are probably always trapped, so good to know. Medium armor plating, don't care. Makeshift axe. Makeshift weapons have no delay, which is pretty sweet. I'm gonna hold on to this in case that 4 damage makes a difference for us digging later. A barrage gun that we were passing on 2 deaths ago. Here's a minesweeper. So if I go down there, we will probably set off more mines. They hang out where there are mines. They're traps that are friendly to us. He's like clearing the derelict traps out. If we're corrupted, we could potentially set them off. With how wide my sensors are, I don't have to be digging quite as deep. Not literally digging, I just mean like searching these corners so tightly. I almost missed a derelict log. Zone layouts times 8. That'll be welcomed. Gonna stay away from that dude. Fire trap. I'm tempted to pick it up because it's got that exclamation mark. That means I don't have it in my my gallery. That means I'm probably gonna walk into another trap and probably set it off. My corruption. Wanna fight these dudes? May as well, right? I can kind of get the jump on them right now. Leave my sensors on for a moment. Dude. So the sensors only refresh every turn, while these guys move every 37 time units. A turn is 100. So we didn't have accurate data. They moved between our sensor updating, so I wasn't actually able to hit them with my smart bomb launcher. This blast radius. The sensors off. I'm gonna hit my... They're like... All there. Nice. Okay. Kaboom. That's fun. Variable charge gun. That's what the C discard were dropped, the thermal guns that I did not care about. Ever out of depth they might have been. Getting low on our sentry and medium armor plating. I wonder if I should have grabbed more. Oh, actually, we do have some of that reflective heavy plating. I need more armor at some point. These guys actually drop medium treads, I always forget about. Could be a good source of treads. We made a mess. It was a big behemoth. Outpost at the bottom left. Where we've been. Oh shoot. That C. Alright. Looks like we're kind of getting funneled through some swarmers, an outpost, a hunter, and a behemoth. Fight all this. In fact, I think we can just fight the swarmers right now. The smart bomb launcher. Miss somehow? Waypoints does this guy get? 6, okay. It uses a lot of matter, which could be a concern sometimes. I'm not... Our sensors were inaccurate again. Off like this. Nice. I love the guided weapons sometimes. You see that trajectory? Speaking of matter, we actually are getting kind of low. I can fight these guys for a matter. I think I will do that. So this is when the plasma cutter could be nice. I think those guys generate with reduced salvage, although we got a lot of matter from them. We got fully topped off. I thought they were going to drop a lot less than they did. Alright, avoid all the potential cave-in sites. I wonder if this connects to anything. It's probably worth checking, right? There is a small time penalty on this map, because I believe ARCs will generate from this factory exit. The last floor didn't have a factory exit. We give ARCs. Where's the guy going? Troll's coming. Let's go fight this guy very quickly here. And get off this map. I'm just going to siege mode here. Going. That's probably not wise, because now I have the ARC coming. This is actually a terrible place to be in siege mode. We have a patrol coming our way, or an ARC, which I thought was going to turn around, but didn't, and another ARC coming, and the hunter down here. I was getting cute. I was going to go into siege mode and then try and penetrate through like some of these rocks and stuff with this guy, but we may have just really screwed ourselves. I see us. Okay. I take the sensors off. That was way more turns than I wanted to spend getting shot at by this guy. But I also think we probably took less damage from that than fighting this squad. Maybe not. I could have fought that squad with like a launcher or something. Doesn't matter, and get out of here. I don't have my sensors on. Oh, that's a big outpost. Our sea cruising through it. Scary. Sometimes they have like openings in direct line of sight to the sentries. I do not want to have to fight everything in there, not on my slow freaking treads. Alright, there is the exit. Do I tempt fate? Explore just a little bit more. Okay, I'm content that there's nothing here. It could be dangerous. So one thing I was concerned about, after actually getting sight of this, I figured there weren't any openings, but we had already saw that ARC like traveling through it, which could have made a mess. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, and we have Zhirov. This is unassuming. A wall slides away. What secrets do we have here? So like I was explaining earlier, Zhirov and Warlord are the two upper caves end branches and results that you can get to. I'm not going to spend too much time in here, but if you ever find this in your own game and you haven't been here before, I highly encourage you exploring. There is a lot of game backstory in here if you read all the terminals and everything. Zhirov is a pretty big PC. Or pretty important one, I should say. I don't know if he's actually large in size. We get some free prototype IDs here. Could be nice. Schematics, assault drone days, which are supposed to be pretty good apparently. It'd be nice to try like a drone build sometime. I think there's a drone overhaul happening. It's mostly like a quality of life thing, I believe. So maybe once that happens, we'll do a drone build. That would be fun. Let's see. Experimental optical array is not bad. That's one step below the top tier optical utility. So we might actually build one of those at some point, because when we're like full combat, towards the end of the game, I'll probably ditch my sensors and use one of these instead. That's a decent schematic to find here. Analyses on a bunch of prototype bots. Nice, because they give us to hit and dodge bonuses and damage bonuses. Okay, and here's just different lore and stuff. He gives you a quest known as the Sea Gimp quest. Okay, or I can ignore all that. What he was just asking me about. The main rewards here, though. These 2 alien artifacts. This just opens up like a new part of the game. Like, did you guys realize there were freaking aliens here? I thought this was just a game about robots. So yeah, cool stuff. So yeah, this is completely new because this is actually like a consumable. Acquired alien artifact, identified integrated reactor installed, core energy generation increased plus 10. So that just gave us an innate bonus to our energy generation without consuming a slot, which is phenomenal. So this artifact is always energy or heat, is what it gives you. Heat dissipation. So we just got a nice energy bonus. We're not using much energy yet, but that's probably the better of the two. Actually, I guess our build right now would prefer the heat, but once we start using like force fields and stuff, some utilities we'll use later on consume a lot of energy. We'll be pretty happy we had that. So that is quite excellent. You'll probably get by with this turned off, to be quite honest. Actually do use a little bit of energy, huh? I wonder if we need that at all. That way we generate less heat in combat. And this one is a teleporter, essentially. It's pretty cool. This is a scroll of teleportation. We're not going to use that yet. I'm going to go into tagging mode. Shift-Alt-T, select that. They're actually called transdimensional reconstructors. Well, I usually name it that, but we'll call it scroll of teleportation. There you go. And this computer kind of gives you a hint at what that is. There's also a stockpile of prototypes in here. Some beat up bots that you can kind of harvest parts from. They have pretty low salvage. If I still had that plasma cutter, that item that has a huge plus salvage modifier, these would actually be pretty good. Good place to use it. Pick up your items fast because these guys are also prone to having their items destroyed. So hover units, not too interesting, to be honest. The antimatter reactor, Ring 7 prototype. Quantum reactors are still better. That's how strong these are. Those are supposed to be like super solid out of depth parts. We're still using the stuff that we got off from Cetus on -6. What could this be? And although these are prototypes, these are never faulty. Oh, sweet. So we were looking at the advanced particle charger before, and I was like, we'll probably get something else. Here's a particle accelerator, which is a step above that. So this increases energy gun/cannon damage by 30%. I want to use this with the super weapon. I'm just going to put that out there. Make it do even more super damage. Environmental course shielding, pretty lame. Advanced power amplifier, pretty good, except we don't use any power, or use much power right now. I'm curious. This affects innate power generation, 13.6.8. Does not actually. I've always wondered that. I think I knew the answer to it, but it slipped my mind and I was curious just now. That's an advanced system shield. I don't want to have one more slot, or more than one slot of hackware, and since we're getting a defensive hackware bonus from destroying that hub, I'm not really concerned about, or I don't really feel like having a defensive hacking processor equipped, which is a shame, because this is the second good defensive hackware we've passed up, but I'd rather use this improved hacking suite for now. There's not actually a huge bonus. This is 12, advanced is only 14. I'm going between them. Unless you have like 4 or 5 slots dedicated to them, then that 2 points adds up quite a bit. So we want to make room for this particle accelerator. I'm going to avoid throwing on the storage for now, I don't think we need it. Just drop like a KE pen now. Beat up coil gun. Our other EM gun. Having one EM weapon isn't that useful, so let's ditch that. Fun stuff. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think we're going to do his quest. It's actually one of the strongest, like, allegiances slash quest rewards you can kind of get in the game, in my opinion. But it also kind of removes the option of doing something else that I want to do. That's kind of like a challenge that it would overwrite normally, so it's usually like a smart thing to do. But I want to take like the added challenge and not have him do it for me. Dancing around that subject, I'm trying to keep this relatively spoiler-free for people that are into that, because there's a pretty strong like anti-spoiler culture in Cogmind. Although if it gets in the way of like strategy, I'm not bashful at all sharing stuff. Anyways, let's call it here. That was fun. I'm surprised we actually got through all of those caves and the branch end in one episode. So next episode we'll go through Prox Caves and the next factory floor. So Warlord is guaranteed be on this next death. And we will be getting our super weapon then. We're gonna have to start thinking ahead and figuring out how to upgrade our slots here soon. The super weapon is 6 slots, so I'm gonna have to equip this. So maybe we'll want more utility, another weapon slot or something. Stick with 2 treads for now. Our goals in the next factory floor will probably be similar to what ours were on the last floor. Just repairing stuff, maybe fabbing some stuff, and then just getting out of there. And we got some nice intel so far from derelict logs, so we should have a good time on that floor. We have lots of zone layouts and terminal locations and all that good stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself because we still have the Prox Caves to do next episode, so I will stop rambling on right now. And I will leave you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Thanks a lot, guys.